Hey everyone, this video is going to be all about coloring book. If you are into KDP and if you are about to begin your KDP business, you must be knowing that coloring book is a pretty good niche and it is pretty much hot in demand all over the year, and you have a good amount of chances to have great sales with coloring book. So if you're looking for KDP, then it is worth considering to have coloring books in your portfolio. And this video is going to be all about coloring book. Okay, so let's take a look at what something that we're going to take a look in this video. So I'll be sharing with you one low competition and high demand coloring book niche, and for that we'll be creating a coloring book interior completely free. And I'll show you how easily you can create the interior for such coloring book. Pretty exciting, right? And before we start our video, let me tell you my perception, what I had about coloring books earlier. Okay, so even I am pretty much new to KDP business, and when it comes to coloring books, so I was earlier thinking that coloring books are very complex to make, and coloring books take a lot of time to create. And I was thinking that it might not be possible to create coloring books completely free, because I was not planning to invest any money for any tools. So I was thinking that coloring books are something that might not be possible to create completely free. But you know what? My perception about coloring book was up to some extent wrong. Yes. When I was exploring about coloring books a bit further, then what I found was that coloring books are easy to create for some specific niches. Yeah, not all coloring books are easy to create, but if we want to create coloring books for some specific niches, it is going to be way too much easy. Yeah. And then second thing was, it doesn't take a lot of time to create. We can quickly create it. Yes. Quickly creating a coloring books is absolutely possible. And the third thing was, yes, it is possible to create coloring book completely free for the niche that I'm talking about. Yes, so this was my uh, earlier perception that got changed once I did a bit of a research. So in this video, we are going to take a look at how to create a coloring book interior completely free. So this is going to be the part one of the video. Then we'll be having a part two wherein we'll be creating the coloring book cover, and in part three, we'll be uploading coloring book to my KDP account. And then finally, we'll be running the ads for this coloring book. So yes, pretty much exciting content is coming on this channel. So if you're new to the channel, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, and if you like this video, make sure that you hit that like button as well. And now, without any further delay, let's get started with our video, and I'll see you on the other side of the video. Alright, so as I said that we'll be creating a coloring book for a specific niche, and that specific niche is going to be a very low competition and at the same time high in demand. So once we create a good coloring book, then there is a high probability that we might get some sale out of it. So what is that specific niche? So I have done a bit of niche research, and based on my niche research, I have identified one niche, low competition, high demand, and that is positive affirmations coloring book for kids. Yes, this is the niche that I'm talking about, and we'll be creating a coloring book for this. But before that, let's go to amazon.com and quickly take a look at what is the competition that we have. So I'm here on amazon.com, and the very first thing that I do when I come to amazon.com is I change the zip code, and I put the zip code of some US region, and at this moment I have used Los Angeles 90011. I already added this, but let me do it once again. Coloring book for kids. You can see that Amazon was giving a lot of suggestions there, so that means people are searching for it. But the one that I have found is A very low competition book is Positive Affirmations Coloring Book for Kids. And here you can see that the number of search results are just 503. So that means a very, very, very low competition, and there is a high probability to get the book ranked for this particular keyword. Okay, so yes, we have seen the number of results, they are low. So our first criteria is met, and let's now take a look at some of the listings that we have on the first page. So here we can see some of the sponsored products, and we can see the BSR for that, and the BSR seems to be on a lower side, so that means it is having a good amount of sale. And here comes the one without sponsored ad. So this one also is having a pretty good BSR. So this is indicating that yes, this book is selling. There is a demand for this book, and the lower BSR number is ensuring that yes, there is probably a good amount of demand for this coloring book. So that is pretty good. This one is having a higher BSR, but this one, once again, this is a bestseller and it is just 1762 BSR. So overall, looking at the first page, it seems that yes, this is a pretty decent keyword, decent niche that we should target and create our first coloring book. Okay, so we have seen our niche, which is very low competition and high in demand. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is that, and this is basically the main part that we are going to take a look how to create a coloring book step by step and from the scratch, and that too completely free. So I'll be creating this book, and as it is going to be a positive affirmations book, so I'll be using some of the quotes, very basic ones, some of the sentences that we generally use in our day-to-day lives. So using that only, I'm going to create the coloring book. Okay, let's now switch to Canva and create our first coloring book. Okay, so when it comes to coloring book, so the book size that we generally use is 8.5 by 11 inches. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to click on create a design, click on custom size, and first I'll be selecting inch, and I already have uh, provided the values, that is 8.5 by 11, and I'm clicking on create new design. So yes, we'll be creating our first book with 8.5 by 11 inches in size. And the next thing that I generally do is I generally click on this show margin. So that's the reason we are able to see this nice little border over here, nice little rectangle icon over here. So that is basically indicating that these are the margins. So whatever the interior that we're going to have, so it should all fall within this boundary. Okay, so this is going to be the first page. But now the very first thing that I want to do is that I'll be selecting the border. Okay, so first we'll be selecting the border, and something that I'm looking at is something floral border. Okay, so let's just explore this. Let's see if we can get something good out of here, and something which is pretty decent. Oh, this looks pretty good, but this looks like this is square and ours is basically the rectangle. So it looks like we'll have to do a bit of a hack in order to get this border correct. Okay, so let me think what we can do. So basically we'll have to copy this, paste it, and somewhere over here we have to get our border in place so that everything is there. Okay, so let's keep this aside for now. And so this is basically the process, the whole process that I am sharing, like when I'm creating the book, how exactly I am doing it. So you also get to know that how we can create the book. So I think this is uh, the one-time effort that I'll have to do in order to get my border right. Then it would be pretty easy to create the whole coloring book. Okay, so over here I can see that this part. So let me now crop, not this one, let me now crop this one, and I'll keep it up to here. Okay, this is there. Now coming to this, what I'm going to do is that whatever the earlier one was there, let me crop this one. So I'll just make sure that it is aligning with there, so the design looks nicer. Yeah, I think we have got it right. And a bit of upside, and yeah, I can see that the border looks pretty decent. Yeah, here we go. We have got the border in place. Looks pretty decent. And if we click on this, yes, both of them are aligned. Next thing that I'm going to do is that I'll just make the color from dark black to a bit lighter shade. So yes, this is there. Looks pretty decent. And as is going to be the first page, so first page, generally I want to make it as this book belongs to page. So let me now add a text to this, and we'll say that this book belongs to. Okay, now this is not the font that we're interested to. So let me just go to the font, and the font, when I was exploring, the one that I have finalized for this coloring book is carbon. So carbon, and that too black. So this looks decent. Now what we're going to do, right, Control Z. Okay, what we're going to do is we'll just increase this in size and go to effects and make it as hollow. Okay, so anyone can color this part as well. And the latest spacing, I'm going to increase it to 30. Okay, so it is 30, so it is good. And color as well, instead of black, I'll select a bit of a lighter shade. Then one different thing that I'm going to do is this book belongs to, so generally we put the name, but this time I'm trying to give a space so that it is also possible to paste the photo. So it will kind of give a very personal touch, and it will look good as well. So let me now give a color over here. I'll just copy it once again and we'll make it white color. We are just trying to make it as a frame so that it is easy to paste a photo inside it. Okay, looks like we have got our frame right, and we'll group it and we'll make sure that the position is center. This is fine. And now in order to be able to write the name, we'll add a line as well so that it's easy to write down the name below the photograph. And here we go. It's center aligned. Okay, looks good. And we'll just change it to this color or this color. Okay, so our first page is ready. Now let's create another page. So let me now remove this. And now we're going to create the actual interior. Okay, and as this is going to be the positive affirmation, so I'm going to use some of the positive affirmations quote, which will kind of give a good vibe. And I'm going to use some of the sentences, some of the quick quotes that we generally use in our day-to-day life as well, or whenever we're speaking. So the first one is, life is a gift. Yes. So this is a very beautiful thought. Life is a gift. And I'm going to increase its font size so that it will fit over here. Okay. And yeah, the color is this, or should I make it this? I think this one looks nicer. And once again, the spacing is 30. And now let's add some of the flower design to it so that we can kind of do the coloring on it as well. So I will search for the flowers, and this one looks pretty decent. I'm going to use that. And I'll, it was white in color, so we'll have to change that color. This looks too dark. Okay, let's make it like this. And let's change the color over here. Wow, pretty awesome. And the next one, let's add one more. This is a very basic, very simple, but decent and elegant coloring book that we want to create. So I think this simple design should be fine. And here we'll put it in the center. So it looks great. At least to me, it is looking decent. Okay. And I hope it looks decent to you as well. Okay. So let's now duplicate the page, and some of the codes that we are going to add over here is next one is life is a gift. So what is something next we can have? So life is awesome. So that is going to be our next code. Let me remove this over here, and we'll keep it as life is. We'll just reduce the size, and then let's copy it. And awesome, I don't think will fit over here. So what we are going to do is that we are going to make it vertically aligned, and not in the small case, which should be the capital one. Okay, and let's rotate it to 90 degree. Oh, what is it going? Okay, we got it 90 degree, right? Perfect. And here we go. Let's put some flowers over here and a few of the bit over here. And let's rotate it, make it this. Yeah, very simple one, very simple. Yeah, so we have created 2 pages, and the next code that we're going to write is life is a gift, life is awesome. So next one is believe in you. Believe in you. Yeah, absolutely. That is a very positive quote, very positive affirmation that we need to have. That is, we have to believe in ourselves. So that is something going to be our next quote. And we have added it over here. And let's make something different. This time we'll have 4 floral designs over here. Let's change it a bit, the direction of it. And yeah, sounds good. This one as well, we'll just change it a bit. And this book I'm looking at around 30 to um, 30 to 35 pages, not more than that. Okay, so firstly we'll have all our codes in place so that afterwards we'll do the other addition to this book. Now let's duplicate this page and create one more code. Believe in you, and then let's talk about today. Today is a great day. Yeah, this is one of the affirmations that we always need in order to make sure that we remain positive. So we should begin our day with today is a great day. And absolutely, it's a great day. Yeah. So this one is going to be a bit bigger one. And we can see that this is looking aligned and a very cute one as well. Okay, so that was our fourth quote. Yeah. Then let's add a next one. So today's a great day. So what is something that we could have is live in the moment. Yeah, we have to live in the moment. This is a great thought. If we enjoy each and every moment, then life will become so beautiful, so amazing. It will be a wonderful experience. So that is the affirmation thought that I'm putting it over here. Then next one is live in the moment. So what next we want to do? We have to love ourselves. Okay, love yourself. Unless we love ourselves, we'll not be able to love others. So that is the first thing, that we have to love ourselves the way we are, the way God has given all the things. We have to respect that and we have to love ourselves. So yes, this is the next quote that we have, that is love yourself. And I'm just changing the flowers here and there just in order to make sure that everything looks pretty decent. And there are plenty of options in order to color it. Okay, so there we go. Next one is, what we need is that we need to have a positive attitude. So what we're going to say is a very common one: be positive. Yeah, that is, we always have to be positive. No matter what the situation is, you have to always be positive. Okay, this time over here, I'm putting it up over here, then here, then here, and here. This looks way better now. This one goes here, this one goes here, and it is there. Okay, so let me make some more, and that one next is you can do it. Yes, this is the motivation that we always need, that you can do it. Yes, anything is there. If you think you can, you can. So we're going to increase it font size a bit because this is a very important one. So let me put it on all on different lines. Sounds good. This one will take it out. We'll keep it a bit lower one. This one as well. A bigger one is fine. We'll keep it there, and a lower one. So these are all the positive affirmation codes that we are adding. If this looks too big, let's try to reduce its font a bit. And yeah, I think something is missing. We'll have to add this to over here and put it there. Yep, pretty good and awesome. Then next one is you can do it. And whenever we do something, do your best. We have to give our best, whatever we are doing. So that is our next thought, and that is the code that we are putting in over here. Okay, let me remove this. Let's increase the size of this. Okay, that is do your best. Then next thing is we always have to think outside the box. Yes, think outside the box. This is the attitude that we should have. We should think outside the box. If we think outside the box, we'll get some great ideas and we'll be able to do some great work and we'll be able to get some great achievement. Then next one is we should never ever give up. So what we're going to say is never give up. Yeah, we should never ever give up. Whatever we're doing, we have to try our level best. So this is the one that we have, and we just added it over here. I think I change this and make it like this. Okay, all right. And then what we're having next is we can say that nothing is impossible. Yeah, nothing is possible. So that is going to be the one. And impossible is something which is a very long word. So let me put it over here and then we'll have to reduce its size a bit to accommodate it in this place. Okay, sounds good. Let's increase a bit and say, okay, here we go. Nothing is impossible and it's there. Cool. So we have added around 14, I guess 13. And then next one that we want to have is, let me think a bit about that. And nothing is impossible. Yeah, one more common one, that is experience is a great teacher, right? We all learn from experiences. So experience, I will change this to reduce its font because experience is a long word. Let's put it over here. Then we'll say that experience is oops, what happened? I think I have to copy this. Let's say, oops, it should be caps. Is experience is a great teacher. And let's arrange it over here and let's get rid of this unwanted ones. Sounds pretty good, I guess. I'll just increase its size a bit to make sure that we have it. And I'll reduce this one a bit and we'll move to bottom. I think once we'll color this, it will look pretty decent. Okay. And then the next one that we're going to have is God bless you. Yeah, we all need God blessings. Okay, so this is going to be the one saying that God bless you. And let's increase the size because okay, this looks pretty good. And let's add the final one and we're going to say that May you get all the success. But this is going to be a bit longer, but let's see how we'll accommodate it. May you get all the success. Yeah, for getting the success, we always have to have positive affirmations, and it will work like a magic and will be able to get the success. So may you get all the success. Yeah, so this looks pretty decent, and we're not going to add any more to this. Okay, so we have got all of our codes in place. So we have added around 15. Let me make this one a bit smaller. It's a bit bigger one. Okay, so we have all the codes in place. Now, what we're going to do next is, as this is going to be a coloring book, so instead of having everything back to back, what I generally like to do is that I like to add one empty page. So this is going to be the first page, and this is going to be the page after that. So if at all with any marker color or anything, we color this, so it will not fall out on this page. So it's good to have an empty page in between. So I'm going to add it for all the pages. So that way everything would be only one-sided, and it kinds of give a great experience because it allows to use the choice of colors that one want to use. If it would have been back to back, right? So there are possibilities that the color would be, spreading on the other design. So we just want to avoid that. And with that, we are kind of adding this, and yeah. And here we go. We have got 32 pages in place. And if we see it over here, we can see a quick overview of our book. And yeah, it seems to be pretty decent, I guess. So the next thing that I'm going to do is that I'll download this book. Okay, so I'll have the PDF copy ready so that I'll be able to upload it. So yes, I think we have created our first coloring book. So this is how you can easily create your first coloring book as well. Let me know in the comment section that the design, the codes that I have used, what are your thoughts about that? I would love to read your comments. And if you like the video, make sure that you hit that like button. In case if you didn't like the video, that should be okay if you click that dislike button. I'll understand that I have to improve something. And if you are looking for similar kind of videos, then yeah, in the upcoming videos, as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to have the book cover design for this specific book, and then we'll be uploading this book to my KDP account. And once it would be published, then I'll be running ads on that as well. So yes, all those videos are lined up on my channel. And apart from those as well, some interesting content is coming up on my channel. So in case if you're interested, you may want to hit the subscribe button and hit that bell notification so that you'll be notified about any new video that I'll be publishing. So yes, I'll be now downloading this as a PDF to my machine, and then we'll be uploading this book once the book cover design is ready. So I know the video has been a bit longer, but I wanted to share the whole process with you so that you'll get to know that just in more than half an hour, we have created the book interior, and that to ourselves without getting it from somewhere else. So yes, that is it. And I'd like to conclude the video, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Thank you very much for your time.